think it's awesome. I feel like, why didn't we have a ballroom before? I actually didn't really know that. I've been in the White House a bunch of times, but I've never had free reign of the place, so it's not like you just walk around and check out every single room. But yeah, there's no ballroom, which is weird. Like, it's where the president entertains and hosts state dinners and so on. Like, why wouldn't you have a ballroom where you could have a band, you could have dancing, you could have a large number of people there for some sort of a ceremony? I mean, it makes perfect sense to me. And having just gone to the Rose Garden, the newly revamped Rose Garden, I was there less than 2 weeks ago. It was stunning. It was absolutely beautiful what he did out there. And, people are like, but the roses. Well, who cares about the roses? There are a lot of flowers on the White House grounds. They don't have to be in that particular spot. That spot is right sort of ensconced in the middle of the White House itself. So you've got, actual White House walls on two sides of you and then two sides of open air. And he just put down a patio, a very nice, classily done patio where the president can stand outside and host. This week it was a Senate meeting. Last week it was the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And it's an absolutely stunning spot with the sun beaming down on you. This is a spot a president would actually now use. Unlike the Rose Garden, which is like, you might be able to take a look at it from inside, but you wouldn't there's not a ton of footage of presidents going out and walking around the Rose Garden unless they were looking to make a photo op. So this is much more functional and gorgeous and opens up the White House in yet another way to a bunch more people. So look, they didn't complain when Obama did not only his basketball court that he added, but he did some 4-year reno to the White House that cost something like $380 million during his first term. President Taft redid the entire White House. It was like a gut rehab from the inside out. We've had the bowling alley was put.
Yes, when you take a look at these, the list of private donors for President Trump White House ballroom was released. Major progress is being made with demolitions at the East Wing. The donor list include Amazon, Coinbase, Comcast, Hard Rock, Google, Microsoft, and you can see this, Comcast. I don't know why people on MMBC are crying every single day. I'm not going straight into this. Chelsea Clinton said this, slammed Trump for demolishing the East Wing of the White House. What was dismantled today is not just marble or plastic. It is a reflection of how easily history can be erased when power forgets purpose. I believe you heard what Megyn Kelly said here. Obama did something.
So the White House has explained that the reason you didn't submit construction plans to the NCPC is because that commission, along with others, don't have oversight over demolitions, but only over construction. And so far, you haven't built anything. So can you help us understand, can the president tear down anything he wants without oversight? Can he demolish this building or say the Jefferson Memorial?
So it's not the...
Yes, before we proceed, Congresswoman Jasmine, today the White House press secretary told the country that this ridiculous damn ballroom is the president's main priority, not reopening the government, not lowering the cost of grocery, not lowering the cost of housing, not lowering the cost of healthcare, building a ballroom. I don't know why this lady can't understand that private donors pay for this. And you saw the list at the beginning of the video.
Can the president tear down anything he wants without oversight? Can he demolish this building or say the Jefferson Memorial?
So it's not the president who came up with that legal opinion himself. That's a legal opinion that's been held by the NCPC for many years. It's written, so we can get you that background and that research if you wish to include it in your reporting, because it is very important. They have ruled consistently, their general counsel has said, when it comes to phase one of this project, the tearing down of the current East Wing structure, a submission is not required legally for that. Only for vertical construction will a submission be required, and that's a legal opinion from them, and we are following that legal opinion. And again, I would just add, can any president do such a thing to the White House grounds? There have been many presidents in the past who have made their mark on this beautiful White House complex. This briefing room, as you all know, was not once a briefing room. It was a swimming pool. There have been presidents who have completely torn down the executive mansion. If you look at what President Truman did, some of the photos of the construction project that took place in those years, I think sitting here today, we're all grateful for those efforts and the modifications that happened at that time. And again, in due time, the East Wing is going to be more beautiful and modern than ever before. And in addition, there will be a big, beautiful ballroom that can hold big parties and state visits for generations to come.
So it sounds like the answer is yes, he can tear down whatever he wants. And then secondly,
that's not what we're saying. That's a legal opinion that's been held for many years. And
interpreting it.
No, it's something that presidents have done for years and years. In fact, I have some photos here. Thank you, Pat. To show you the construction that's taken place on the White House grounds. This is the construction of the West Wing in 1902. Look at this, the construction of the West Terrace in 1902. These images look quite similar to what you and the American people are seeing today, the construction of the East Terrace as well. Look at the construction of the West Wing expansion in 1934. So look, this is a legal opinion that's been held for many years. Look at, this is 1950. It looks a lot like what you were seeing today.
Can he demolish anything he wants?
What do you think that
oversight?
rubble is? How did that rubble get there?
Right, so I'm asking, and then back to the donors.
Go ahead, Reagan.
Many of them are.
Reagan, go ahead.
Like, seriously, I don't know why this is a controversial something. I don't understand. Democrats always like to just pick up something and stay on it and keep repeating that, there are important things they are supposed to focus on, but you will not see them doing that. The government is shut down. A lot of things are not going on. But they will always come in to play their regular games every single time. Now, they want to investigate President Trump for building this. Watching Tim Obama on MSNBC, this is what the guy had to say.
Or any executive authority. And more likely, this is part of what Donald Trump has been doing since day one of his presidency, running the largest pay-to-play scheme in the history of the country, and probably soliciting donations from people who've got business before the United States government. And all of this is going to have to be investigated. It will. All of this will have to be uncovered. It will. And these people are going to be held accountable no matter how long it takes. That's going to be the reality of the situation. And that's our warning to all of these people participating in this scheming to manipulate taxpayer dollars and, of course, to destroy the people's house. The White House belongs to the American people. It doesn't belong to Donald Trump.
Final question. You cannot help but wonder if President Donald Trump didn't wait until before today, he started literally physically tearing down the White House. That is a real thing.
Mike, I just want to point out that none of those things were done without permission. Everybody knew it was happening. Nobody knew when it was happening. Nobody knows how it's happening. You say that it's being paid for by other people, but it's always going to come down to the people. The people are always going to end up paying something. So I don't understand why you don't get that people are saying, wait a minute. Nobody asked. I don't remember asking for a ballroom.
Right. And also to say that Obama put in a basketball court is like saying, oh, should we do bath fit?
I believe you've seen the crazy meltdowns, right? Because it is Trump. If it was another president, you will not see this. When Obama was doing this, no noise. CNN even reported. But now they changed the tone. That should tell you a lot. I don't want to prolong the video. I'm going to end here. Thank you guys who has been there sharing all my videos. God bless you abundantly. And as of the short clips, that is for the YT algorithm.
And they were people.
Almost exactly what Trump.
Have more Republicans on the show, but they don't want to come on. They're scared of us. It's
history.
When I say I'm not going to be apocalyptic, he even gets an off.
If the Democrats
because how many times somebody asks
for
JD Vance should be the next president of the United States. If you want to serve in the American
give interviews, I don't do that.
JD Vance should be the next president of the United States.
Happening at the moment.
Yeah. President Obama
Is blatant censorship.
Because he says he has a team of fact checkers.
The FCC.
I want them to stop fooling around with my right to say what I feel.
Americans. It's a part of who we are.
Because that is really something that didn't happen before.
Does anybody else watch The View? Because I think there's...
I'm going to say one.
Look, there are certain rules of free speech.
A right to have a television show.
All the same people that are in these polite...
Dave Chappelle.
Without of interest.